Good morning, dear student. We were studying the short story Cup of Tea, written by Kathleen Mansfield. It took little longer period to complete this particular story, but until this video, we have seen the inner psyche of Rosemary Fell, how she behaved, how she wanted to do some generous thing towards the poor, and for that she got a little poor girl and she wanted to do something that she generally read in novels and fairy tales, and she also wanted to prove that the whatever have been described in novels or other fairy tales actually happens in reality. So she wants to prove all that thing that in reality we can observe, in reality we can experience. That why she gets that chance to prove herself that she can be generous towards anyone. For that she compelled that little girl to come with her to his to her home, and she leads that poor girl through her cars to her home. And after that, what happens? When they reached at the home of Rosemary Fell, what happens there? But happily at that moment, she didn't know how the sentence was going to end. The car stopped, bell was rung, the door opened. With a charming, protecting, almost embracing movement, Rosemary drew the other into hall. Other means that poor girl. Warmth, softness, light, and sweet sense, all those things so familiar to her, she never thought about them. She watched that the other received. It was fascinating. She was like a rich little girl in her nursery, with all the cupboard to open, all the boxes to unpack. Come, come upstairs, said Rosemary, longing to begin to be generous. Come to my home. And besides, she wanted to spare this poor thing from being stared at by the servant. She decided as they mounted the stairs, she would not even ring for Jenny. Jenny is maybe household servant in the house of Rosemary, but take off her thing by herself. The great thing was to be natural, and there cried Rosemary again as they reached her beautiful big bedroom with the curtains drawn, the fire leaping on her wonderful lacquer furniture, her gold cushions, and primrose and blue rugs. So this is the atmosphere of that particular scene. This is scene when they reached with that poor girl. Rosemary reached her home. When she entered that room, enter the hall, the all the things that has been put there, but that all thing appears to her as a new, as a more familiar, as a more fascinating, because she herself is so clear, so happy, because she got that chance to be generous to anyone. And when that poor girl is with her, she is very much happy. That's why the each and everything that has been put there in that hall seems to her very pleasurable. And at the same time, when she leads that poor girl towards her bedroom, so get that little girl upstairs, she even try to keep that thing that she had got that little girl and she is getting that little girl upstairs in her bedroom, that thing is not, she just is so I think so anxious, we can say, that that poor girl leading towards her bedroom should not be seen by the servant also. That's why she even doesn't call upon her housemaid, that genie, because the genie would see the poor girl is reaching towards the bedroom, and that we can say she is little fearful about that incident, that what would the servant say about that madam is leading that poor girl into her bedroom, and how silly she is behaving. Such type of opinions can be raised by the servant. That's why she is so we can say she doesn't want to make aware her servants about the fact that she is leading that poor girls to her husband, because they might think differently about that silly behavior that she is doing. So when they reached their bedroom, the bedroom is so beautiful. Rosemary again, they reached her beautiful bedroom. Curtains are drawn and fire leaping. Fire means in generally in cold countries, we can say in western countries particularly, there are fireplace, and that is to get warm, to keep their bedroom or their rooms warm with the help of that fireplace. That fireplace is there, and that the fire is leaping towards her wonderful lacquer furniture. Lacquer furniture means lacquer is a layer type of liquid that is placed on the furniture to shine. Her gold cushions and primrose and blue rugs means the carpet that we usually lay on the floor. That such type of very beautiful bedroom is there. But as far as the psyche of Rosemary is concerned, so we come to know that she wants to be generous towards this poor lady. At the same time, she doesn't want to be noticed by her servants, because her servants may consider that fact that their landlady, their owner, their mistress is getting that poor creature, means beggar, towards her bedroom. That seems little funny, that seems little silly things. That's why she just avoid to let the servant know about the fact that she is serving that poor lady. Such a middle class hypocrisy we can find here in the character of Rosemary Pell. The girl stood just inside the door in their bedroom. The girl stood just inside the door. She seems dazed. Dazed means amazed. We can say a little shocked. But Rosemary didn't mind that. "Come and sit down," Rosemary says. "Come and sit down," she cried, dragging her big chair up to the fire in this comfy chair. Comfy chair means that aram kurchi we generally see in Hindi or Marathi, in which we can get relaxed. That is comfy chair. Come and get warm. And there is fireplace. We can say in our India we generally light that fire in winter season to get warmness. But as far as the England is concerned, there are always fireplace in their bedrooms and their living rooms and all over their home to keep their house warm. So just she request, we can say order that poor little girl to just lay down on that comfy chair and get warm with that fireplace, and come and get warm. You look so dreadfully cold. Cold means that poor girl was begging, or that poor girl was in that rain. That's why she might have been so wet, and that's why she is little she got little cold, and that's why she is very cold at that time. So she Rosemary tell that poor girl to lay down on that warm chair and have a comfy chair and get a little warm with the help of that fireplace. "I daren't, ma'am," said the girl, and she edged backward. Edged backward means she just get backward because she is little shocked and frightened. How such a rich lady doing such thing towards me? She is little confused. Oh, please, Rosemary ran forward. You must be frightened. You must really sit down, and when I take up my things, we shall go into the next room and have a tea and be cozy. Why are you so afraid? And gently she half pushed the thin figure into its deep cradle. Cradle means that's comfy chair, and she just trying to making that poor lady to feel at comfort in her bedroom, and she just trying to make a friendly atmosphere there, letting that poor lady know about the friendly nature of that Rosemary fell. But there was no answer. Little girl stayed just as she had been put, with her hands by her side and her mouth slightly open. To be quite sincere, she looked rather stupid, but Rosemary wouldn't acknowledge it. She leaned over her and saying, "Won't you take up your hand? Your petty hair is all wet, and one is so much more comfortable without a hat, isn't one?" So this is the way of doing some comfort or friendly atmosphere there. She just try to take off or telling that poor girl to take off your hats, and that may help you to feel comfortable without hat. And isn't one that type of conversation is going on there to make that poor girl a little comfortable in that atmosphere. There was a whisper that sounded like a very good ma'am. The crust hat was taken off, and let me help you off with a coat, and said Rosemary. The girl stood up, but she held on to the chair which one had and let Rosemary pull. And in the same way, she is helping that poor girl to remove her hat and remove her coat, and that because all coat and hat is wet, and that's why that Rosemary is helping that poor girl to take off her hat and coat. The others scarcely help her at all. She seems to stagger like a child, and the thought came and went through the Rosemary's mind that if people wanted helping, they must respond a little, and just a little. Otherwise, it became very difficult indeed. Because Rosemary is trying to taking off that coats from the body of that poor little girl, but that little girl is stand still. Little girl stands still there, and it is difficult for Rosemary to put to get off that coat from the that little girl, and that's why she is saying how it is very impossible, little difficult to do something if anyone himself or herself is not ready to help herself. That type of thoughts comes in the mind of Rosemary. And what was she to do with that coat now? She left it on the floor, and that had to. She was just going to take cigarette off the mantelpiece when the girl said quickly, but so slightly and strangely, "I am very sorry, madam, but I am going to faint. I shall go up, madam, if you don't have to do something." Means that poor girl is poor little girl is so hungry, and that ma'am is going trying to comfort that little girl, removing her hats and coats, and she is there to lighting cigarettes, and but that poor lady is so hungry that she wants something to eat, to drink. So that's why she says, "I am so hungry." She is so desperate about, because she is so hungry, and that's why she says, "No ma'am, I am ready to go outside because I would find something new people, new persons to help me to get cup of tea." That type of desperate, we can say she is so desperate that she is so hungry at that time. Good heaven, how thoughtless I am. Rosemary rushed to the bell. Tea at once, some brandy immediately. Maid was gone again, and but the girl almost cried out, No, I don't want brandy. I never drink brandy. It's cup of tea I want, madam." and she burst into tears. And just that particular poor lady is so hungry that she just wants to take a cup of tea. That's why she never drink that brandy before that, and that's why she is crying. She is little frightened and crying. It was terrible, fascinating moment. Rosemary knelt beside her chair. Don't cry, poor little things. She cried, don't cry. She gave the other her lace handkerchief. She really was touched beyond words. She put her arm around those thin bird-like shoulders. And then that Rosemary is trying to calm that poor lady by putting her hands around her necks and that bird-like shoulders, and all that whatever she is doing there is only to just trying to give comfort to that poor lady, trying to just feel like let her feel like at home to that poor lady. That's why she is trying herself best to make the friendly atmosphere there, that poor lady may not be frightened. Now at last the other forgot to be shy, forgot everything except that they were both women. Gaps out, I can't go on no longer like this. I can't bear it. I can't bear it. I shall do away with myself. I can't bear no more. You shan't have to. I will look after you. Don't cry anymore. Don't you see what a good thing is? It was that you met me. We will have tea and you will tell me everything and I shall arrange something. I promise. Do stop crying. It's so exhausting, please. And that poor lady is crying. She is a little frightened, and that, but Rosemary trying herself as much as she can to make that lady comfortable in her home. But that poor lady is not ready to be comforted. She just frightened. That's why she is crying, and she is trying to we can say counsels her that she should not be so frightened in the house. And it was the great opportunity to that Leargut that she could meet me, means Rosemary, and Rosemary will be so generous to her that she will find each and everything going smoothly. And the other did stop just in the time for Rosemary to get up before the tea came. She had the table placed between them. She piled the poor little creature with everything, all the sandwiches, all the bread, butter, and every time her cup was empty, she filled it with tea, cream, and sugar. People always said sugar was so nourishing. As for herself, she didn't eat. She smoked and looked away tactfully so that the other should not be shy. And really, the effect of that slight meal was marvelous. When the tea table was carried away, a new being, a light frail creature with tangled hair, dark lips, deep lighted eyes, lay back in the big chair in the kind of sweet languor, and looking at the blaze. Rosemary lit a fresh cigarette. It was time to begin, and ultimately Rosemary was we can say successful, convincing that little lady that she is at a safe place and she can, and Rosemary is there to serve that poor lady. That's why she just piled up the things to eat, like sandwiches and butter and bread, all and each and everything that then that poor lady eats all that thing, and after eating all that thing the miracle happens there, and she looks like she is enjoying the sweet languor. Languor means after eating something we get relaxed and we just want to relax and we just want to take rest. Such type of things happens there, and after that she is looking little good at that time, and Rosemary just lit a fresh cigarette and it was time to begin. And after that what happens we will see in next video. Thank you.